what's going to happen is we're going to demonstrate the start of a game, okay? Because in the laws of cricket, you learn pretty much everything except how to start the game as an umpire. And then we're going to go through 2 overs, one from my end and one from Wimpy's end, where we are going to interact with each other as on-field umpires. And after we've done our 2 overs, then you're all going to pair up and you're going to do the same with a partner of your choice. 2 overs, it's going to be exactly the same 12 legal deliveries, and you're going to try and replicate what Wimpy and I have done. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do as a team, Wimpy, is we need to walk onto the field together.
We also forgot to discuss how we're going to communicate.
Yeah, so we will do the non-verbal communications as we go in our demonstration. Okay. So right at the entrance to the ground, we shake each other's hands, and Wimpy's standing that end, I'm standing this end, so we go on as we stand, okay? And when we get to the square, then we go our separate ways. And all the best, have a good one. And then we find out from the fielding side will be right behind us, where they are going to start bowling from, because it's the fielding captain's choice to decide which end they start bowling from. So they've decided they're going to bowl from my end. So now I'm the bowler's end umpire for the first over. I need to make sure that everybody is in place to start the game. So how we do it is we go from outside to in, okay? So I will wave at the scorers ready. Then I will wave at my partner, Wimpy, ready. Then I will ask the fielding captain, Skip, ready. And the closest people to me are the batters. Batters, ready. Before I do that, I will have given the striker guard. So PJ is going to ask me for guard. PJ, slightly away from you, just a twist. That is middle. Adnan?
Yes.
What are you bowling today?
Medium fast bowler.
A right arm or left arm?
Right arm bowler.
A right arm bowler over the wicket or around the wicket?
No, over the wicket.
Okay. PJ, bowler's coming, right arm over the wicket. Okay? And then I'm going to check with the scorers. Scorers, ready? Wimpy, ready? And when Wimpy says he's ready, what would he have done before saying he's ready? He would have checked the field. Okay, he would have counted all the fielders. I, as bowlers and umpire, should also count the fielders. So even before I've given strike, I should have counted the fielders and made sure that there are not more than 2 fielders behind square on the leg side. And if it is a limited overs match, it's the first power play, so not more than 2 fielders outside of the inner circle, and not more than 4 fielders on, not more than 5 fielders on the leg side. Okay, those are the fielding restrictions we always need to be aware of in a limited overs match. So now that we are ready and we've ascertained that everybody else is ready, we can start the game. And before I start the game, what do? I'm going to check my watch to make sure that we are hopefully starting on time. If we're starting early, that's okay. It's not a televised game, so we can go at 9:59, 9:58. If we're starting late, you also need to note that, because you're not going to penalize the fielding team on over rate because you started late. So after every 4 overs are bowled in a T20 game in 17 minutes. If we start at 1 minute past 10, then they need to bowl that first 4 overs by 18 minutes past 10. Okay, we'll teach you over rates at a later stage, but record the time on your bowling card. Okay, and then when we've done all of that, we can say play. Okay, now don't do anything, and I want you as a bowler, so that we don't have too much chaos, you're going to walk up to PJ with the ball, and then you're going to put the ball on the bat, and then you're going to throw it to the position I want you to throw it at. Okay, so this one, the first delivery, is going through to the keeper. Okay, so PJ, you're just going to play a nice leave, okay, outside of stump, through to the keeper, legal delivery.
No
Okay.
run, don't bowl there, Dad.
Okay. Right. So now, before Adnan bowled, what I needed to do was switch up. Okay, there's a technique in umpiring called switch up and switch down. It's not switch on and switch off, because you should never be switched off at any point in time. The reason why we switch up and switch down, can anybody tell me why we need to switch up and switch down?
Increases focus and concentration. Switching up.
Increases focus and concentration
It's important.
when it's important. Can we be switched up the whole game?
It'll drain you of energy.
We will drain ourselves of energy very quickly if we stay switched up the whole time. Okay? So normally, if it's a fast bowler, you can hear his or her footsteps, and that would be your cue to switch up. Or you can judge by the batter taking their stance, tapping the bat, and getting ready. You know that it's your turn or your time to switch up. So my switch up position is 2 hands close to each other, with the clicker in my right hand, I think. Yes, please give me a clicker if you don't mind. Then I'll know which hand I normally use. No, I don't.
You don't like
So what the
Yeah. Yeah, no, please. I did one. Thank you. Right hand. So the clicker is always in my right hand, and I just bring up my hands together, holding the clicker in the one hand, in both hands. And then, what do I focus on? Where's my head at in terms of what I'm looking at? Jared?
Focus straight on the wickets.
Straight at the wickets. Anybody else? Happy with it?
Bowling, feet. You want to look at the foot.
Yeah, so we need to see the landing of the feet, and then we need to move our eyes only, not our heads, to what we call the business end. So guidance, not a rule, but most umpires look at the base of the stumps of the opposite end, where the striker is, okay? So that's my default position. And then as the bowler is running up, I'm going to move my eyes from the base of the stumps to the return crease to watch the back foot, and then to the popping crease to watch the front foot, and then as soon as possible find the ball in the air. If your timing is on point, and if the bowler is not one of those who's very tight on the front foot, you can raise your eyes early enough such that you watch the ball out of the hand. Okay, because when you watch the ball out of the hand, you're able to see what the bowler is doing. Okay, and that can help you to imagine, or to almost visualize, predict where the ball's going to go. If it's a spinner, was it a leg spinner? Was it a off spinner? Was it a top spinner? Was it a googly? Was it a flipper? Whatever variations they have, watching the hand can help you a lot to make your decision. So I've switched up, and now the ball has gone through to the wicket keeper. So get back into position, please, play ball. And you can bowl it again, Adnan, because you bowled it so well. And as soon as the ball becomes dead, so Adnan, play. And you're just going to leave it, PJ. As soon as the ball becomes dead, I see that PJ is in his crease. He's not attempting a run. I see that the wicketkeeper is not dodgy, is not trying anything funny. He starts passing the ball to his slips and to mid-off, Grant. Then I can relax. I can switch down, okay? I need to keep my eyes on the ball at all times, so watch it going from fielder to fielder to fielder until it gets to the bowler. When it gets from mid-off and is thrown to the bowler who is 20 meters behind you, you don't need to turn around and look at the bowler. That is when you can start to get back into your switch-up position. My partner is going to watch the bowler to make sure that he or she is not scratching the ball or biting the ball or tampering with the ball in any way. If my partner ever suspects any foul play, then he or she will stop the game and ask for the ball from the bowler. Okay, that's just a teamwork method to make sure that players are not tampering with the ball. Cool, so that's the first ball gone. So I want you guys to think of a switch up position and then also just think of a switch down position that you are going to use on the first delivery of your over. So the second ball is going to be a wide ball, Adnan. So if you back yourself to bowl a wide, otherwise you can just walk up to Kebo outside of the return crease and I'll call a wide. Okay, I'm switched up. Bowler bowls, that's gone wide. I have to call and signal wide twice. Does anybody know what the first call and signal of wide is for? It's for the players. Wide ball, and then I'm going to get into position for a run out, okay? So say for example the ball went behind Kebo and the batters start running. You guys can run? So I need to get into position for a run out, a possible run out, okay? When the ball is dead, then I can turn around and signal wide to the scorer. Wide ball. Now, how do we make sure that we don't lose count in an over? Whenever there's a wide ball, a no ball, or a dead ball, we confirm with our partner, 5 balls left, okay? Because we had one legal delivery, which was a dot ball, and the next ball was a wide, so we've still got 5 deliveries left in the over. Quite important that your 5 should be very different to your 4, because 30, 40 meters away, this is not that different to this, okay? So what we need to do is say 5 out here, 4 down here, or here, up to you. But make sure that whenever you signal 5, it's at the same place and using the same hand every time. So that's my 5, there is my 4, 3 is halfway, okay? 2 is up here, and then 1 is either here or down here. Those are
Out.
you're gonna confuse and scare a lot of people if your signal for 1 is up here. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, keep it consistent throughout. Yes.
There's still 6 balls.
If there's still 6 balls, anybody? Mahmoud, full fist. Okay, full fist. Thank you, good question.
Tom, can you do 1 to the side?
Yes, I used to do 1 to the side. In fact, I think I still do 1 to the side. It will all come back to me when the season starts.
Just on that point, I had it was a tournament televised game, and the guy running the drinks came on, not even during a drinks break, telling me I should not signal to my partner like this anymore. Because the commentators things, I'm indicating no ball.
No. Yeah.
Okay. So then I've changed it to 2, or just use the opposite hand to show 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So as soon as just for the perception from outside, how it might look from outside looking in.
Yeah, it should never be too far from your body, okay? Bend your elbow when you signal 2 or 1, if you're signaling 1 like this. But yeah, maybe rather
Inside.
maybe rather here. That's if your finger is a different color to your shirt. If your finger is the same color as your shirt, then this is not going to work. Rather go there or go there. Black pants, you will always see the finger down there against the black pants. Okay, cool. So that is 5 balls still remaining. Sometimes we need to stop the bowler from bowling because the batter is not ready. Okay, I used to do this, but what does this look like? This looks like a no ball. Okay, I was taught late last season, just go down here. Okay, sort of, what is it, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, down here, the bowler will see it, nobody will confuse this for no ball. Okay, to stop the bowler from bowling when the batter is not ready, put your arm out down here. Okay, now, next delivery is going to be hit to mid-on. Okay, so Adnan, just go towards PJ, or you can bowl underarm, and PJ, if you can just hit towards mid-on. Let's see how this goes. Well done. Okay, now you guys run. Batters run. Now I need to get into position for the run out. Bowler, you get behind the stumps to catch the ball. Right. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is getting into position for a run out at the bowler's end. Where is the desired point that I should get to be able to best judge a run out? In line with the popping crease. Perfect. And when I get here, should I stay standing up? Should I crouch? Should I lie down on the floor? And
that's why burping is very important for an umpire.
what do you guys think is a good sort of stance to take when you're judging a run out at the bowler's end?
Maximum time I am seeing, so umpire just focus like this.
Crouch position. Okay. If you watch tennis, does any of you watch tennis? Yes. The line judges, at the start of a point, they're standing up. As soon as the serve, they switch up, isn't it? And that is their switch up position. Okay. If their only job is to judge whether the ball is in or out on the line, and they crouch, I think it's a good idea for us as umpires when we're judging run-outs at the bowler's end to crouch. If it feels uncomfortable, or if it takes too long for you to crouch, you don't need to crouch. It's not a written law that you have to crouch. What is important is to try and get to the popping crease, because that is where we're going to judge if the batter is in or not. Question to you is, which side do I go? The ball went to Alex at mid-on. Do I go there or do I go there? Okay, why do I go that side? Because I could be in the way of the throw if I go that way. Okay. The batters also could run into you if they are running this side, but they could also be running that side. So you just need to make sure that where you end up is not in the way of the throw and not in the way of the batters. But now, Adnan, come back to where you were. Adnan managed to get behind the stumps to take the throw. Can I still see him breaking the stumps?
No.
In this position, I can. So this is fine. But if the throw was coming from Mahmoud, where would you stand, Adnan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm in a bit of trouble, am I not?
Yeah, a little bit trouble. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's very important that and the rule is, if the ball is played in the V. Does anybody know what the V is? Okay. As a batter, Tebo, what are the two fielding positions that are your V? Mid on and mid off. Okay. As an umpire, our V is slightly wider than that. Okay. It is straight mid wicket and it is extra cover. Okay. Why that is?
Mid off and mid on.
Those two positions, usually the captain will tell the fielder, stand in line with the stumps or stand in line with the popping crease. Okay, so if it goes to a straight mid wicket where Mahmoud is standing, then I need to go away from the ball. If it goes to mid on where Alex is standing, I need to go away from the ball. If it goes to Grant at mid off, I need to go away from the ball. That way I won't be in the line of the throw and I won't be in the line of the fielder. Okay?
Just to that point, because it's a quick single.
Yes.
It's very unlikely for the bowler to get back
Correct.
to the stumps. Okay, so it's
Correct.
very unlikely that you will be unsighted because it's a quick single. There will most likely be a shy to the stumps where the bowler would not have been able to get to because of the speed.
Yeah, correct. So because it's a quick single, we don't worry about the bowler. We worry about being out of the way of the fielder and the fielder's throw. Okay, so anything inside the V, from mid wicket to straight mid wicket to extra cover, we go away from the ball. Okay, does that make sense?
Also, what happens if you are not as quick, for instance myself, and I cannot get to square until the point when the fielder has released the ball. What then?
Anybody want to answer that? If I am running, Alex has the ball and he throws it when I'm here. What do I do? Do I carry on running towards here?
No, I think you should stand simplest.
I should stop as soon as the throw comes in and hold myself in that position. Try and crouch if I can crouch. Because have you ever tried to take a picture with your phone when it's moving? What do you get? A blurred picture. Okay, exactly the same with our eyes. If we are still moving when the ball hits the stumps, we are going to have a blurry picture in our head to judge whether the batter was in or out. Okay, so try as far as possible to get to the popping crease, but if not, stop. At least try get to 45 and make sure that you are watching what? Are you watching the ball? Are you watching the stumps? Are you watching the popping crease? Are you watching the bat? Are you watching the batter? What is your focus on? Stumps on the ball?
But I would say the
First, first is stumped on the ball, and second position is what is that line?
Okay.
Popping is getting better cross or not?
Is it possible to have 100% focus on two things at the same time?
Comedian, maybe.
All of it. That's a good answer. All of it.
All of it.
So yes, guys, our peripheral vision will take a picture of the entire scene, okay? But our focus is on the only still object in the picture. Which is the only still object in the picture? The stumps will be hit by the ball, they won't be still. The popping crease is the only still object in the picture of a run out. So we focus on the popping crease and we will hear and also out of the corner of our eyes see the ball hitting the stumps. We will see the batter moving his bat into the crease. What I normally do is I watch for the line, and if the batter is dragging his or her bat through the crease, as soon as he is past the popping crease into his safe ground, I will say to myself, safe, in my head. And then I will hear the of the ball hitting the stumps. If I've said safe before I hear the stumps being hit, then I know he's in. If I hear the stumps being hit before I say safe in my head, then the guy's out, isn't he? Takes a lot of practice. Maybe don't talk to yourself before you've gotten into that habit. But you can, a lot of the time, use sounds more than what you see, because it all happens very quickly, especially when there's a dive. When there's a dive, where does the batter dive from? Outside the crease, isn't it? And hopefully will land up inside the crease. So the sound of a dive goes something like if you hear the before the then he's probably out. If you hear and then you hear, then he's probably safe. It's not 100% science, but it's worked for me on occasions where the naked eye couldn't judge for me whether he was out or not. I used the sounds of the action to determine whether the batter was in or out. Okay, any questions on getting into position for a run out at the bowler's end? Happy? Cool. Adnan, where are you?
Yes, I'm
You're
here.
not done yet.
Yes.
Okay. Right now, Mahmoud? No, Salim, you've got free hands. Can you go field for me at short fine leg, please? Okay, so this next ball is going to be on the thigh pad of Jared, and Jared is going to just flick down to fine leg. Okay, I think this one, walk up to him and then throw the ball to Salim. Okay, because it might be quite difficult to. Oh, you see, that's the problem we have, is it's not always going to go where we want it to go. So walk up to him and then use the ball, hit the bat with the ball, and then just roll the ball to Salim. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so we're going to try that again. And then you two are going to take another single, okay? There you go, take a single. Okay, so Wimpy is doing something there because he's trying to help me. Those decisions here, guys, when the ball is close to the thigh pad, the gloves, the bat, you're not always sure as a bowler's end umpire. So you need help from your square leg umpire, the striker's end umpire. So you need to agree, while you're in the change room before the game, what signals are you going to use to help each other in situations like this? So Wimpy, show them what you were doing.
I just swung both my hands next to my body.
Okay.
Okay, that's my indication for in bat. Okay.
Okay.
I know off the bat when I swing my hands next to my body.
Okay.
A lot of other umpires will, if this is their switch up position, they will just tap their hands. Okay. But because I'm about 27 yards, 30 yards away from Tom, it's sometimes not very clear if this is my opposition to Tom, whether I'm tapping my hand or not.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel it's a lot clearer communication to my part if I just swing my hands next to my body. To the players, it's a normal thing. It's almost like I'm just walking. Okay, they won't think I'm communicating with my partner. Okay, so that's just something that you guys need to discuss beforehand. Coming onto the field, what will be your non-verbal communication on the field? For instance, if the batter has missed the ball and went against the side pad or run off his pad, I will just tap my thigh. Okay? Other hand, dead quiet, next to my body, the hand showing towards Tom, I will just tap my thigh, indicating that it came off the pad. Okay. For Tom to signal leg by.
Cool. We will come to more signals as we go through the 2 overs. So now I want you to walk with the ball. Okay, don't throw the ball. Go to PJ, hit his pad, and then roll it past Salim. So it goes for 4 leg bars. Okay.
Okay, so straight to Selim.
Go past Salim. Yeah. So you're gonna try and play a shot. So Adnan, can I get Grant to do it, please?
Stop.
No worries. So because it's difficult to get the exact ball that I need you to walk over to him and then hit his thigh pad and then throw the ball. Okay. So bowler's bowling. I'm switching up. PJ, you ready? You're gonna play a shot, but you're gonna miss. Gonna hit the thigh pad. It's gonna go past Salim. You guys are gonna, and look what Gimpy is showing me, and the ball is outside of the V. Okay, so I'm going toward in the direction of the ball. Okay, why? Because Adnan, where are you? You should be. Oh, sorry, it's Grant. It's Grant.
Yeah. It's alright, sir. No, it's fine.
Grant, if I was that side, I might be blocked. My view might be blocked by Grant. So Salim is actually gone all the way for 4. So I want to show you guys how to signal 4 leg bars. Okay? Whenever we have more than one signal, we do each signal separately and we wait for acknowledgement from the scorers before we do the next signal. Okay? So when you do a leg bar, you've got to turn square to the scorers. Because if I am facing them front on, they might not see that I'm lifting my leg. Okay? So I'm going to turn square to the scorer and I'm going to raise the leg that's closer to them, and then I'm going to tap with my hand that's closer to them. And then I'm going to signal boundary 4. Okay. Some umpires signal leg by, 4, and leg by again. You do not have to do that. Okay? Why? Because you've got the acknowledgement from the scorers for the leg by and the boundary 4. You do not need to repeat the by again after that. Okay.
Why would you signal first leg by and then forehand?
Hit the leg first.
Okay.
You always signal in order of which the events took place. Okay. So quite right, the ball hit the leg before going on to the boundary. Cool. Okay, we've had a change of bowler in the middle of the over. That's another law altogether, but
I didn't bowl the previous over and I won't bowl the
yeah, correct. We'll deal with that at level 3 exam on Monday. Right, so the next ball is a quick single to mid-wicket. So, Grant, I want you just to walk over to PJ, and PJ just hit the ball, and then to, yeah, there you go, quick single. It's in line with the pop increase, so I'm not going to go that side. I'm going to the opposite side, and Grant would not have got back for the throw, okay? So I'm not worried about Grant getting in my way. And throw to Grant. And when the ball is dead, that was the last ball of the over, I can call over. Okay. Now, what do I do as a bowler's and umpire once I've called over? The 2 batters meet in the middle, have your chat. What happens is the wicket keeper will walk from that side to this side. I need to make sure that what doesn't happen.
Doesn't go in the particular area.
I need to make sure that Trevor does not walk on the pitch, not even the protected area, the pitch entirely. Okay, 3.05 meters. The batters as well. Make sure that the batters, when they have their chat in the middle, PJ, have your chat with Jared. Make sure that the batters are off the pitch, not just off the protected area, but off the pitch in totality. Okay. Do I write in my bowling card now?
Yes.
Not yet. Not yet. I will. But because there are some sneaky players in our leagues, we make sure that we are solely focusing on pitch policing. Okay? Making sure that there are no naughty players walking on the pitch or even doing anything else on the pitch. Or rolling. You see? You should not allow any such behavior. Ball needs to be kept up in the air as far as possible, and players must always be off the pitch. In that time, Wimpy has walked from square leg to his position at bowler's end for the next over. And then when he gets there, he gives me the thumbs up, and the thumbs up is to say, I've got this. Okay? So my pitch policing is done, and now I can go to square leg. And that's when I take out my pen and I start writing. I say Adnan and Grant both over number 1. And then once I'm finished writing, I turn around and I walk back to square leg. When I'm walking backwards, what am I doing? Anybody want to guess? I need to check the field for the next over. Make sure that there's 11 players on the field, not more than 5 on the leg side, not more than 2 behind square on the leg side. And then I am ready in my position at square leg for the next over.
Do you wait for the bowler, sorry Mr. Tom, do you wait for the bowler to bowl it and then call it a no ball as a strikers and umpire, or you tell them you guys got more than 2 fielders outside the 30 seconds?
Good question. So do we assist the team on checking the field? The answer is yes and no. So what we do is, to be fair, we don't verbalize it, okay? Because if we verbalize it in the morning to the fielding team, and in the afternoon we miss it and we don't verbalize it, then we're going to be accused of favoring the fielding team in the morning. So all we do is, if we see, and I'm at bowler's end, that there's too many fielders outside of the ring, I'm just going to keep my hand out like this, and I'm going to count fielders, okay? Visibly count fielders. That is a sign to the fielding side that there's something wrong with their field. If they do not catch the hint after 10 seconds of counting the fielders, then you gotta let them bowl and then call no ball. If they do catch the hint and they change the field, great. Then you've done your job and they've seen you, then you put your arm down and they can bowl. Okay.
Sorry, Tom, to see by this point is, when do you call no ball? And then do you wait for the bowler to deliver the ball or not? In that instance, yes. You cannot, if you call no ball, the bowler has not delivered the ball yet. So you call no ball as soon as the bowler has delivered the ball. Okay? Cool. In that instance.
Cool.
Should I take the mic over to Vimpy side?
I think Wimpy, come this side, just for ease of video and audio. So second over is starting.
Oh.
So the keeper. So that's it.
Okay.
And now I am the strikers in umpire.
So guys, just envision, so that's my first over from whichever end. So for me, this is a new batter. Okay. So just checking, the batter that will be the batter's new side as well. Even though they have taken guard on the opposite side, now they need to take guard on the opposite side again. Okay. So Pierre, what are you looking for? Middle. Touch away from you. That is middle, Pierre. Grant, you are bowling?
Yes, sir.
Right arm, left arm?
Right arm.
Right arm over today. Pierre, right arm over to you. Okay, guys, just again the same process as what? Tom just explained before the start of the game. I don't need to call play again. Tom called play at the start of the innings. So I will just check my field. If I'm happy, I will just drop my arm, get into my switch up position, and Grant will know that he can bowl the ball. Grant, for this instance, I'm going to ask you to bowl a full delivery. Pierre is going to miss the ball, and it will hit the ball, hit Pierre on the legs. Appeal. Massive. All right, guys. So, just quickly, what do we look for with a LBW appeal? Just a couple of pointers. Which are the key stuff that we need to look for, Lucia?
If the batsman is in line with the middle stump and the ball, this one.
Okay, so whether the impact, the first impact of the ball was in line with the stumps, okay? And prior to that,
That it's not a no ball.
thank you, Alex, that it's not a no ball. So we need to check that it is a fair delivery. All right, which it was. Adnan?
First we have to see that ball touch on the bat or not.
Say again, the?
First we have to see that
Yeah.
ball touch to bat or not.
So that there is no bat involved. Yeah, 100%. Okay, so that first interception point of the ball, where it makes contact for the first time, it must not have touched the bat. Okay, otherwise that would have been the first contact with the ball. Okay, so the first contact must be on the batter's person. Okay, another thing, where it's pitching. Okay, so it pitched in line, could have pitched outside off as well. Because Pierre was playing a shot, it can just hit him on the legs in front of the stumps. What's the last thing? What's required next?
Hitting the stumps.
It must be hitting the stumps. Okay, in your opinion, guys, it must be hitting the stumps in your opinion. Right. Another thing that you should have picked up is if Grant appeals. Grant, appeal? How's that? Okay, that was not a very enthusiastic appeal. Alright. As soon as that appeal is uttered, we as umpires cannot, even if it's as plumb as what you can get, okay, you cannot, boom, stick the batter out immediately. Okay? Just for, again, the perception from outside, the perception from the players, take your time. Okay? Stand still in your switch up position. As soon as Grant appeals or the fielder appeals, just count 1, 2, 3 again, just in your head, okay? You have made the decision already. Stuff like LBW can be instant. You know where it pitched, you know it's hitting, you know there was no bat involved. But take your time, take your 3 seconds, and then confidently, with confident body language, because that is part of selling your decision to the players and to the outside, all the spectators, is to confidently lift your finger and hold your finger for a couple of seconds. Okay, that just sells the decision much better than either me standing here, Grant appeals, how's that, and I'm giving out straight out. Okay. Also, if you take too long, it might look like you are too hesitant. You're not 100% sure which way it's going. Now you're guessing. Now the perception is that you are guessing. Okay.
It creates doubt.
It does create doubt. Alright. There was another thing that I wanted to touch on. But, so, any questions with regards to LB and how to sell it, guys?
I forgot to show you that DJ was standing inside of his crease.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay, so both his feet were behind the popping crease. So the signal I'll show you there is this.
Yeah.
Okay, if both his feet were outside of the popping crease, DJ was stand outside of the popping crease, then I would show this much, that foot is this much outside of the popping crease. Okay.
And why is that important to get that information from your colleague at Square Leg?
You can make a decision
How high the ball.
So it's an indication of how close the batter, closer or further away the batter is, inside or outside the popping crease, which will help you with how far down the pitch the impact is. Meaningly, if it hit PJ, let's say he played a front foot shot, but it hit him high on the flat perhaps, okay? Because he was standing outside his crease, that impact would have been much higher if he stood inside his crease and played the same front foot shot. So now, that impact there on the front flat would have been probably on his mid-thigh if he was standing in a normal batting position inside the popping crease. Okay, so that just helps you with judging whether the ball, where the interception would be if he was standing in or outside his crease, for you to make a decision of whether it is hitting or not. Yes, Danny?
Quick question. I don't know if there's a law for it, but like, you know, when they feel and it's like not out. I see some umpires will be like, they'll shoot it. Is it allowed, or should it just be like carry on?
Yes.
Like that?
Good question. Myself, at the stage in my career, found myself in when I already made a decision of out. Then I would nod my head up and down as to yes, that is out, and then afterwards make the decision. But why is it important to keep your head still? Because now you've taken that 3 seconds. On the count of the 3rd second, now all of a sudden with the southeaster blowing against you, taking all the sound away, now that sound of that faint edge, now all of a sudden enters your brain. Now you think, okay, but now there was 2 sounds. Alright, now that creates that. I'm thinking, okay, it was close to the bat. I'm thinking that sound was a nick, so he got back to it. So now I'm saying yes, but now I've processed the sound, and now all of a sudden it's not out. That creates confusion towards the players. Okay, so that's why you keep your head still, rather answer the appeal of not out. Okay, rather than shaking your head. If you want to shake your head not out, you must be sure that it's not out. Okay, alright. But I would say the appeal, how's that? I would say not out instead of using your head movements. Okay.
Just on that, please don't nod when it's out, because it almost looks like you are convincing yourself. Yeah. That was out. Okay. And also, I can guarantee you, if you're not in the morning, you're probably not going to nod at the end of the day because you're tired. Okay? So, for consistency, don't nod. I'm one who does shake my head when it's not out, but I will do it every time that it's not out. Okay? If you are going to do it every time that it's not out, then you can shake your head. But if you're not going to do it every time that it's not out, then don't shake your head. Just say not out. Be there. Yeah. Correct. So you always show exactly how much the back foot is outside of the popping crease. So if he moves further out in the next delivery, I'll show the picture. And that's why it's important every ball to have a quick glance at your partner. Not just to show the balls left in the over, but also for those types of non-verbal communication. Okay.
Alright. We need a new batter. Pierre has been given out LBW. New batter, please. Right. Grant, I want you. Sorry. Now, Adnan, what are you looking for? For leg stump. Adnan, that is bang on leg stump. That is leg stump. Happy.
Okay.
Alright.
Bimpy, you forgot about me.
Sorry, Tom. Still
So
5 balls.
No, remember that when there's a dismissal, the 2 umpires normally come together. Okay. What do we talk about when we come together? Where are we going to watch the rugby later this afternoon? No. So, sometimes, if the umpire who made the decision has doubt in that decision, they can ask their partner, what did you think of the height, especially for LBW? And yeah, you guys can also come closer. You can, if your partner does not ask for your opinion, don't give your opinion, okay? Because that opinion can break your partner, especially if they don't want the opinion. Okay. So you can just leave the camera in view. Thank you. Don't stand too long and talk about soccer and rugby and or did you see whoever before the game, they look the same. How many balls are left? And what do you write in your bowling card? For me?
I will pass this around now. So I will come on top. We will meet in the middle and we will face the pitch. Okay? Again, we will visibly be pitch policing so that we know what's going on. We will collect the match ball in the pocket and now we can see where is the batter. Okay. Right, we need a new batter. Batter is here. You must be facing bell.
Lastly, guys, you must also get the fielders back into their positions as you two disperse into your position.
And
Okay?
don't wait until the new batter gets to the pitch. As soon as you see the batter is walking on, you and your partner can go to your respective ends. Alright, I've given Adnan, the new striker, his position. Grant can bowl the ball. Grant, please bowl. You can just walk it through again. Adnan, you must miss the ball and we'll go past the wicketkeeper for a bye. We'll miss and now you can just throw it. And guys, you can take a run. Batters can take a run. Again, I will go to my position for a possible run out. And look, what is Tom showing to me? Okay, nothing. It's close to his body. He said he has nothing on that ball. Okay, you as a front on will also be able to judge whether the batter has gotten any contact with the ball or not. If the batter does not have contact with the ball and they run, what will happen? It's one bye. So, as soon as the ball is dead, I will turn around towards the scorers indicating that's a bye. Okay? Until they acknowledge the bye, and I will turn around and walk to my switch up behind the stumps, and again to my switch up position. Alright. Any questions? Everyone cool with that? Okay. Grant, now you can just walk the ball through. Do not pitch the ball. It will go above the waist height, and Jared will clap it for a 6. Okay. Right. Now, Tom. Why does Tom call no ball?
Because height.
Okay, so the ball, non-pitching, full toss delivery above waist height. Jared, club the ball for a 6. I will keep my hand out, no ball. Let it go. I say 6. Right, now I know it's a 6, but there was a no ball call. Now I will turn to the scorers. What happened first? The no ball. So I will re-signal to the scorers, wait for their acknowledgement. As soon as they acknowledge, show 6, wait for the acknowledgement, and drop my hands. What happens next? Why do I need to caution the bowler? It's a dangerous delivery towards the body of the batter. Okay, if the ball was wider than the body of the batter and it would not have inflicted physical injury to the batter, then I will just indicate to my partner that it was away from the body. Okay, because it's towards the body, I will just indicate to Tom it's towards the body. So I will indicate to the fielding captain, skip, that's first and final warning for the bowler. Grant, first and final, waist height towards the body. Okay, again, showing towards the body just sells it around the ground and for the perception from outside that the reason for calling and giving the first and final warning. Alright, what happens next? What should I do now? Free hit. Okay. So, Jared, because it's limited overs cricket, 50 over or T20, Jared, free hit. Okay. And lastly, I will communicate to Tom. There's 4 balls left. Is it 4, eh? I think it's 4 balls left.
Yeah, because I took the wicket the previous.
Yeah, wicket and a bye.
4 balls.
So, 4 balls. All right. Happy days. You don't need to communicate that to the scorers. They only need to dot down the reason for the runs to record the runs. You as an umpire can make a note at the back of your bowling card that you have given Grant a warning at over 2.2 for waist height full toss, and you can dot down the time if you would like to. Okay. Alright, Grant, because Grant is now he is now so angry with himself, he's gonna bump short pitch delivery, bounce the ball, just walk it through and go over the head of Jared. Short pitch delivery over the head of Jared. Tom is signaling to me that it's wide. Okay, why does Tom signal to me it's wide? Because Tom just a ball pitch. According to Tom, ball bounced and went higher and over the head of Jared. If and when Jared would have been standing in a normal upright position. Okay, so if the ball came and Jared ducked and now the ball is here, would you call that a wide? Why not? Because
It's not upright.
he's not upright. If he was upright, it would have been a shoulder height. Okay. So just because Jared is standing upright and it's on that line where you would have judged it to go over the head of Jared, you will call and signal wide. That is a call that the strikers and umpire should own. That is his call to make. It's difficult to judge these calls because there's constant movement at the crease. Constant up and down, batters moving forward and across. Okay. You as an umpire at striker's end need to get you a stationary object. So if where Tom is standing, he can get a stationary object opposite the field, which is obviously stationary in line with Jared's top of Jared's head, so that he can now judge. As soon as the ball is above that stationary position outside the field, now he knows where to call that, make that call. Yes, Tom.
With me as I'm standing here now, the top of Jared's head is in line with the top of that blue roof. So I know that I need to stand in this position, and that is the wide height of Jared. For Adnan, there would be, Adnan is shorter than Jared, there would be a different marker that I use to benchmark Adnan's top of head height, also shoulder height. Okay, 100%.
Alright, now remember Tom signaled wide. Okay, for wide ball past head height. When the ball is dead, the ball was dead, the wicketkeeper called it. I will again turn to the scorers and indicate wide. What should I also indicate towards the bowler? One for the over. Granty, that's one, eh?
Yeah, one.
Okay, one short ball for the over. And again, Tom, thank you. Still, 4 left. Why? It was a wide. Okay, 4 balls left. You will indicate to the fielding captain as well. Cappy, that's one short ball for the over again. In T20 cricket, you are allowed only one short ball for the over. In 50 over cricket, 2 short balls for the over. Batter, because it was wide, 3 it still, eh? Okay. Now Grant, you will bowl. Just hang on. Okay, so normal pitching delivery, Grant. He nicks the ball and it goes past the bat and it just falls short. Sorry, it just falls short of the keeper. So in this instance, I will again need assistance from mine. Let's just do that. So Jared nicks the ball and it just hops as the wicketkeeper catches the ball. Okay, now there's a field. I'm as bowlers and umpire, I'm not sure because of the depth perception as to where the ball pitched, whether it carried into the gloves or not. I will call dead ball. Tom, can you please help me here? The only thing that I will need assistance from Tom is I would have seen or heard the leak, right? Tom, did you have the visual where the ball carried into the glove or not?
I'm not your carry. Gloves are facing downwards.
Right. Guys, you don't need to go back at the behind the stump. After the consultation with Tom, you will call not out. Just that before. That's that. Everyone goes back. Obviously, there will be a little bit of chirping going around, but that just tells your decision, and not a long conversation. Just a quick one. Did carry or not? Not 100% sure. Right. Right.
So you call dead ball.
Yes.
So this ball is it counted or not?
It is definitely counted because the batter has opportunity to play at the ball, and it is still a fair delivery.
But isn't it so obvious out?
Okay, but now it doesn't carry. Remember? Alright, so if it didn't carry, it cannot be out. Okay. And now you have foregone the free hit. Okay, it didn't score off the free hit. Okay. Now Grant is, the bowler is angry at himself and at the wicket keeper because he dropped the catch. Now he's gonna chuck another noble short pitch delivery. Jared is gonna nick it to fine leg. Play a pull shot, and it's gonna go all the way to fine leg for 4 runs. Okay. Sorry, pulled. Okay, sorry. Right, Tom would have indicated to me whether he thinks it's higher than the shoulder again. Okay. So, because now the ball has travelled above Jared's shoulder height, but he has played it and went for 4 runs. Tom indicated that it is 2 for the over because he judged it above the shoulder height. Okay, so now Grant, that's 2 for the over. Hopefully it's a 50 over game, not a T20. Skippy, that's 2, eh? 2 for the over. Okay. Now, okay, so Jared will just play it into the vacant cover area. So just run it through into the vacant cover area. There's a quick single, and now you'll have a shy to either side, the wicketkeeper side. Wicketkeeper misses it, and it goes 4 runs. So, how many runs are scored? 5 runs. Why? So, yes. So at the instant of the throw, the batters have crossed already. Okay. So that run will count for the law of overthrows. It has gone for 4 overthrows as well. So now you will show to the, you turn to the scorers, indicate 4 runs. But now there was a run in between as well. You just indicate to them 5. Just take note, I'm indicating 5 with the back of my hand. Okay, because normally this is buys. Okay, so I'll open my hand and I'll show 5 runs to the scorers. Okay, that way they will know that it was 4 runs, but they ran 1, so it should be 5 runs in total. Okay.
Just a thing with the instance of the throw. Is it as he's got the ball in his hand, getting ready to throw, or is it when he's left his hand?
As the ball has left the hand, that is deemed to be the throw. Okay.
So do the batsmen cross?
The batsman did cross, yeah.
So were the overthrows undone with this time?
That's a good question, guys, again. So, because they ran 1 run, which was a valid run. The overthrow happened afterwards. Okay, now, because they only completed 1 run at the instance of the throw, whether they would have ran another one before the ball crossed the boundary is irrelevant. Okay, so now because they've crossed at the instance of the throw, Adnan will now be the new striker because Jared played the ball and they ran only 1 at the instance of the throw. Good question.
The 5 runs will count on Jared.
It will count to Jared's, towards Jared's total, yes. Okay, again, just a block, played through, just a block. Dot ball and no run taken. Again, I will just step aside, check everything cool, everything, ball is dead, and I will call over. Okay, what happens now? You need to pitch police, so the batters
policing, yeah.
will have the chat off the pitch. The wicket keeper will come towards the opposite side. I will pitch